5 ebook brokers that you can start trading with right away. Now, I'm going to be giving you 5 ebook brokers so that you can actually choose, because some brokers have a very difficult verification process and some brokers are different kind of ebook brokers than others, but I'm going to explain. Okay, now before I start, this is what you need to know. Now, we have 2 types of brokers that give ebook execution and a-book trading conditions. We have brokers that are regulated as a-book and give you a very high ECN environment, and we have brokers that are not regulated as a-book, that are actually regulated as market makers, but they provide a very high ECN environment because they've actually looked at the forex market and they understand that consumers are looking for STP and ECN brokers. So even though they are not regulated as STP or ECN, they provide a very high ECN environment. So we are also going to be including them in this list as well, because even if you are trading with a market maker broker, but they provide you with a very high ECN experience, that is also good. There is no problem with that. The point is that we want ECN execution, ECN customer service, ECN customer service, because that is much better than B-book service that can actually consist of a lot of manipulation. Okay, so the point is to avoid manipulation. Now, the first, okay, objectively speaking, the first is going to be Pepperstone. The reason is because Pepperstone is more recognized, has more recognition, okay, than all the other ones. So Pepperstone is going to be on top. The disadvantage of Pepperstone is that the verification process is very, very difficult. So if you don't have international passport, you may not be able to register with this broker. Although they claim that they accept other forms of identification, but once you get to their website, you may not be able to proceed if you don't have international passport. Okay, so that is why we need other choices. All right. Now, you have to understand that I will always pick IC Market as number 2, okay, because IC Market also has a very high reputation, high recognition. Okay, the only problem is that IC Market is regulated as market maker, okay, but they provide a very high ECN environment. So even if you go to IC Market's website, they are going to state it there that they take the opposite side of the client's trade because they want to provide a faster execution for their clients. Okay, that is their reason, and they want a better experience generally, but they ensure that they provide ECN transparency, ECN pricing, ECN environment, and ECN trading conditions, and they've also been recognized for that. So that is not a problem. So you can use IC Markets. Okay, so we also have other types of brokers that you can use, because IC Markets also has a very moderate challenge with their verification process. If you are Nigerian, if you are in other African countries, you may not be able to verify easily. It doesn't apply to everyone. You can try it out, but you may not also be able to verify very easily with them as well. So one broker that has a very easy verification process that you can actually register with, and the verification is very easy, and it's also regulated as a book and also provides a very high ECN environment, is FP Market. So FP Market, I'm going to put it as number 3 because the verification process is very easy, so you won't stress yourself. You can just go open your account and register. Everything is very, very fast. Their customer service is also good. So FP Market is going to be my number 3. Okay, so if you're having problem verifying with IC Market or Pepperstone, you can give FP Market a try. Number 4, I'm going to put Future Market. Future Market is regulated as market maker, just like IC Market, but they provide a very high ECN environment. Okay, now Future Market, you can also use Future Market. Okay, if you have an account with Future Market already, you can just go ahead with that. You can open with their CTrader or TradingView. Okay, if you've not seen my previous videos in the 90.5, you can check it out. That's the reason why personally I prefer to trade with TradingView, or better still with CTrader. Okay, now the number 5 on the list, okay, that I'm going to call. You see this one I'm putting as number 5. I should actually put it as number 1, but the reason why I want to put it as number 5 is because I want to recommend something that is objectively good. Now, objectively speaking, this last broker is actually should be at the top, but it is not common for Nigerians or for other African countries. Okay, so if you look for the user reviews, you're not going to see much user reviews compared to the ones that I've already called. You will not see much user reviews about them. That's number 1. Then number 2 is that they don't provide CTrader. They only provide TradingView. But what I love about them is that they are the only one broker. You see, out of all the ones I've called, this broker I'm about to call is the only broker that is regulated as STP by 2 different regulatory bodies. And that is, honestly, I love that so much. But I don't want to use that as the only criteria. They are regulated as STP by FCA. They are also regulated as STP by CySEC. That's a regulatory body in CySEC. Okay, in Cyprus, rather, a regulatory body in Cyprus. Okay, so to have two STP regulations is actually super good for me, okay, personally, because I love ebook brokers. But like I said, because there has not been much reviews about them, that's why I'm putting them, okay, as last. I mean, for this kind of region, I don't mean global. They have good reviews globally, but for this kind of region, they don't have much people compared to other brokers, okay. So this broker is known as 8cap. So I'm going to put 8cap as number 5. So you can register with any of these 5 brokers, and I have a community for people who want to start their journey with ebook brokers, because you just starting out trading on C Trader. It is very, very different from MT25. You need the support, you need the community to support you, okay. And then for the fact that the process as well, understanding the terms and all of that, when you are selecting your leverage, which one should you choose? There are so many things that you may not understand. So I have a community for you. If you want to get started on any of these brokers, just DM me and I'll be glad to assist you throughout.